Staples knows that when the leave-behinds for your sales call get left behind at your office, it's time. When you need to print 30 pages and you're 300 miles from the office, it's time. And when the intern packed the Harrington file, not the Farrington file.
Oh, my bad.
It's definitely time. And it's times like these when you can count on Staples. Access your files from email, the cloud, or USB, and then print, copy, fax, or scan them, and get back to business fast. Visit your nearby Staples. It's pro time.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everybody, this is the Coast to Coast Radio Show. I'm your host, Ron Fitch. And today, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals and Golden State's win over Cleveland. They won 118 to 113. I'm going to break this game down for you. I'm going to tell you why they won and some of the foolish comments that are coming out of different companies, different sports entities, and different players. And I'm going to address that, some of the nonsense. I thought Cleveland came out strong. They came firing out of the gate. Even though they were down 39 to 32, they played a lot better. Love was engaged, was scoring inside. LeBron, who was terrific. You look at his box, he had another triple-double, 39 points. Well, he had 9 assists and 11 rebounds. And he didn't turn the ball over that much. So he was solid. Kyrie Irving had 38 points, and they were just going after the Warriors. Going inside. LeBron was shooting from the outside, scoring inside. There was a couple of times Golden State broke down when LeBron would drive, and there was no help. And he would just lay the ball up, or one time he drove on Durant, and the help came late, and he was able to slam it home. And Golden State had to make some adjustments, which they eventually did. Then in the second quarter, I thought that Golden State had an opportunity to pull away, and they didn't. And they got a little sloppy, and Kyrie Irving just made he had a jump shot he made, but he was going to the basket. And what makes him so great as far as a scorer is he has the uncanny ability to be able to twist and turn and drive in the lane and never get his shot blocked, which is amazing for a guy about 6'2", 6'1", and it's just amazing. He kind of reminds me of the Iceman, a shorter version as far as just the ability to just score on anybody and to just score over a taller guy. Now, I have some issues with how he played also. I'm going to get to that. But in the second quarter at halftime, it's a tighter game. They're only down 6. When Irvin made a drive, when they screwed up, I think Jaja Pachulia, who had a horrible game, Jaja Pachulia almost single-handedly brought Cleveland back with some of the clumsy plays and the dumb fouls. He just seems like he's in the way at times. But he does box Tristan Thompson out, so that helps. I think that's why Steve Kerr has him in the game. But that brought the Cleveland Cavaliers within 6, 67-61. Now, nobody's really stopping anybody. There's a lot of good offensive players on the floor. So in the third quarter, that's when Cleveland really got a foothold of this game. When Kevin Love started to play a little better. And J.R. Smith did have a good game. As far as scoring, he scored better. He made some dumb fouls, but he did play a lot better. He had 16 points. He was 5 of 10. So in the third quarter, Cleveland really gets a hold of this game, and they play a lot better. Kyrie Irving's going off, and they're rebounding. They're really completely out-rebounding. Just getting offensive rebounding, pounding the Warriors on the glass, really pushing the Warriors around, playing the style that it takes to beat the Warriors, and they're up 5. I said if Cleveland can build the lead, they're gonna go up. It's gonna be a 2-1. Cleveland has some momentum going back to Cleveland for Game 4. The Warriors will be a little on the heels. I still thought, well, you know what? Even if the Warriors lose, this is probably a game Cleveland's gonna win. So Golden State will probably get Game 4 and with an opportunity to finish them in Game 5 because you were seeing Kyrie Irving and LeBron James shooting and scoring and giving it their all, and they're only up 5. And the fact that they had to do that much and they didn't put the Warriors away let me know. The Warriors are a little better team, of course, but eventually they were going to get them. And in the fourth quarter, Cleveland gets a 7-point lead with 8:52. Kyrie Irving makes this layup. Terrific move in the lane. They're up 7. Now they got a foothold of the game. The Golden State claws back. They were just hanging around the whole night. And I think that was their theory. We're going to let them come out like gangbusters because they didn't really show up the first 2 games. But they're going to come out like gangbusters. And eventually we'll hang around, keep the game close, and then finish them off. And they hung around and they kept the game close. But at the last 3:09, J.R. Smith makes a long 3-point shot off of LeBron James' assist. It was a terrific assist from LeBron James. Here's where I put this game on Coach Tyronn Lue with horrible execution and dumb play calling. Kevin Durant misses the shot. LeBron James gets the defensive rebound. J.R. Smith takes a ridiculously idiotic 3-point jumper, which at this point in time, at 2:58 after Kevin Durant, as you got a chance to go up 8, LeBron James got to shoot. You got to be selfish because now you're up 8. You got it. Game's over. But he gives the ball to J.R. Smith for a crazy 3-point shot. Stupid. And they get the offensive rebound. Kevin Love misses a layup. Inexcusable. Curry hits a 2-point shot. Kyrie Irving misses a layup, gets his own rebound. Run some clock, and they do. And LeBron misses a 12-foot jumper. Okay, that's fine. That's what you want. But he missed the shot. Kevin Durant gets the rebound. Kyle Korver fouls Durant. Why is Kyle Korver guarding Durant? Stupid. Makes both free throws. Now, this is where it goes. Now, Kyrie Irving misses a no, wait, let me go back here. They miss a shot. Now that they missed the shot, Kevin Durant pulls down. Kyle Korver misses a wide open 3-point shot. I'm sorry. Now, with 1:15 left, Kevin Durant's coming down court. He pulls up and hits a 3-point shot. You gotta, if you're LeBron James, you gotta pull up on him and make him drive. Because at worst case scenario, he ties the game, and best case scenario, you get help. But he pulls up in rhythm 3. Now you're down 1, and now there's momentum. Now I want LeBron to take a little shot in the lane or a layup, or I want Kyrie Irving to drive the basket. They didn't either. Kyrie Irving takes a crazy step back 3 instead of trying to force the action and drive the basket and dish. And then they get the rebound, they foul, they hit free throws because Golden State's a good free throw shooting team, and voila, and that's the end of the game, and they lose. And that's the old ball game. And I'm gonna tell you something. They won. Golden State's up 3-0, and I'm looking at ESPN, and they're saying, well, you know, LeBron James, when it comes to LeBron James and Michael Jordan, it's tougher competition. No, it isn't tougher competition in the finals. It's close to even competition because the Utah teams were great. The Portland team was really good. The LA team was on its way down because Kareem was gone. But all the teams he played, now, he's got to buy to the Eastern Conference. Jordan had to go through the bad boys. He had to go through Bird. You got to go through Dr. J. You had to go through a lot of incredibly tough obstacles. So that was a foolish article to even publish. If you want to push the narrative that he's the greatest, this would have been the series where he wins with a team against a team that is a little better than he is. They're a little better. than the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers not playing up to their potential. Love is not playing up to his potential. Jeff Smith can play, but he's a knucklehead. He plays like one. And you have a decent. Where's Durant Williams? He was an all-star. He's one of the best point guards in the league. And Tristan Thompson's giving you nothing because without his offensive rebounding, he's rendered useless. They're not that great. Yeah, I listened to Russell Westbrook talk foolishness. He said, well, this wasn't the same KD when I was on the team. So he faked like he was going to be friends with Kevin Durant again and threw this dagger. We were up 3-1. That wasn't the same Kevin Durant from last year. He's on a stacked team. Okay, let me address this right now. They were up 3-1, and they blew the lead to Golden State, and they said it's not the same Durant. Durant didn't really hit the ball a lot toward the end of that Game 7. You were the one taking the shot. So we don't know what kind of MVP type of player Durant was when he doesn't touch the ball at the end of the game. So that was foolishness. He shouldn't have said nothing. Don't fake like you're making up with Kevin Durant and then do that. Yeah, there were some issues with Kevin Durant where he could have did certain things and could have played a little better in that loss, but Kevin Durant is the best player on the court. I don't care who is out there. And this is not a stacked Golden State team. Because Petriev is a complete stiff. Complete stiff. He's a complete liability out there at center. Iguodala's giving them good minutes. Their starting five is terrific with Draymond and Klay Thompson. I mean, it's terrific. And Curry, who played had a really, really, really solid game. I loved Curry's game. But the rest of the team, come on now. Ian Clark is okay. The other kid they put in the game is okay. Let's not get carried away. I mean, David West is older. Iguodala and JaVale McGee is the best player in Livingston. It's a very good bench. It's not the greatest ever. They're going to probably go undefeated. It's not the greatest team ever. It's a great team. It's not the greatest team ever because a couple of weeks ago, Kawhi Leonard by himself had him on the ropes, up 20, ready to put him away. And if Kawhi Leonard was healthy, Spurs would have took Golden State to 7. I don't think they'd have beat them because Golden State had a little better team. But Kawhi dominated that matchup. So let's stop with the revisionist history and try to create this team as a super team. They're a really, really good team. And they want to be a super team. They win this year, they win next year, and they win the year after that. And I'm going to say, hey, man, listen, this is a super team. I want to see more. I'm not that guy that's a theater of the moment. If you want to log on and listen to my show, you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get me waxing poetic. Oh, this is the greatest thing I ever saw. The greatest thing I ever saw. Oh, my gosh. No, it's not. If they win, they have a record, the best record of all time, going undefeated. I expect them to win Game 4 and put them away. I really do. And here's the thing before I leave. I respect Steve Kerr. Great job by Steve Kerr. Great job. He came back, and they're probably going to win. And they should have won all 3 years. I'll just break that down. And I'm going to come on Saturday and go even deeper into it.
Your heart has a natural rhythm, a beat that drives you forward. So the minute something's out of sync, turn to Hackensack Meridian Health, one of the nation's leading cardiovascular programs. This is where you'll find the power of possible. Leading specialists bringing you breakthroughs sooner, advanced rehab that gets you moving faster, and everything's perfectly orchestrated so your world never misses a beat. Hackensack Meridian Health. Life years ahead. Your heart has a natural rhythm, a beat that drives you forward. So the minute something's out of sync, turn to Hackensack Meridian Health, one of the nation's leading cardiovascular programs. This is where you'll find the power of possible. Leading specialists bringing you breakthroughs sooner, advanced rehab that gets you moving faster, and everything's perfectly orchestrated, so your world never misses a beat. Hackensack Meridian Health. Life years ahead.